Welcome back to AM Northwest. I love the St. John's Bridge there. All right, thanks so much for joining us. Here to help you determine when is your right time to retire, please welcome back from Swanson Financial, David Swanson. And of course, the star of the show, Butch. So Butch is with us as well in the new studio, wondering what is all this about? Hey, new smells, everything. How does someone decide when is the right time to retire?
The time to retire is when it is right for you, when it makes the most practical sense. But the idea is not to work and work and work to develop some number or some pile of resources. It's to determine when is it going to make you the most happiest to retire. And then, of course, can you afford to do that?
Right, because let's say you want to travel, you're going to need to have the money to travel, right? Mm-hmm. So you have to figure out how you can financially afford that.
That's exactly what you want to do.
Right.
So first of all, have an idea of what you want to do, what makes you happy. That's the most important thing. And then spend more time in the remaining time of your life doing the things that you enjoy doing, not the things that you don't enjoy.
How do you figure out if you have enough money to retire?
The very first thing that you want to take a look at is what you expect to do in retirement and assign some value to that. So if you do want to travel, well, how many trips do you want to take per year?
Okay.
Where do you want to go? And we assign a number to that. And then what we try to do is figure out, with the resources that we have available, we make a list of everything, our pensions, our Social Security, our retirement savings.
All the income that you have coming in.
Everything that you can muster together that you've worked your whole life for, and see if that balances against what you want to do for the rest of your life.
Okay, then you have to come up with a plan to figure out how that can all work.
And that's the final part of it.
Right.
So, and that's really what we do, is we take your hopes, dreams, and desires in retirement and determine if you really need to work anymore, or to start enjoying those wonderful things the second half of your life. And a plan is what it is all about. And that's what we do, is we create plans for people to get them going on with the best part of their life, the second half.
When people come to you, are they surprised by what happens initially when they retire? Do you find that people are often say to themselves, okay, I need to go back to work, because for me, you know what I'm saying, is when people quit and they quit a job 100% and they're not working at all, you've often said that people really decide they want to go back to work.
Helen, that's the scariest thing for people, is what do I do on Monday?
Right.
30 years I've worked at this job. What am I going to do on Monday? And for some people, it is such a transition and such a shock that they can't make that break into what they want to do. So that's why you have a plan to figure out what that is. And we look at transitioning, and most people say that, hey, look, I'm not going to work in retirement, but the fact of the matter is that most people really do.
Yeah.
Over 50% of the people actually work, and there's nothing wrong with that, but wouldn't it be great to work at a part-time job or a job that you love doing something other
and that
than
you don't
what you're
have
doing?
to work.
That's exactly
All
right.
right, we had viewers send in their questions for you, so let me give you a first question here. My wife and I are close to retirement, are just worried about running out of money. How can we be sure we have saved enough?
Single greatest fear that people have is, am I going to have enough? Do I have enough money? Have a plan. Give us a call. We'll see if what your objectives are and what you have available to you match up.
Okay. And then my husband is 5 years older and just retired. I want to stop working and spend time with him, but I'm concerned if he passes away before me, I won't be able to make it financially. What should I do?
That is a big issue. So a lot of families now are blended, been married before, you have children from different sides, different ages. What do? We have to have a plan not only for both of you, but also for, in most cases, the younger surviving wife. And the fact of the matter is that women just simply live longer than we do.
Right.
We burn bright, but we don't last as long.
I think we live longer because you're gone.
I've heard that too.
That's just me. Okay, I tell you what, we have more questions for David, so we'll be right back to answer more of your retirement questions. Don't go away. We don't have some. Welcome back. We're back with David Swanson of Swanson Financial, who's answering some of your retirement questions. Let me go with this next one. We have most of our savings in retirement accounts at our employers. We both want to stop working, but what should we consider before we quit?
Stop taking so much risk. Oftentimes people build plans in their 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s, but as they get closer to retirement, they keep those same plans in place, meaning exposure and investment in the stock market. I don't know if you've seen, markets are really soft right now. We've had some big pullbacks. Things are changing with the political arena. If you're getting close to retirement and your money is invested as it was in your 30s and 40s, with exposure to the market, you really need to consider how to protect and preserve what you have.
Okay. We want to retire now. This is another question from our viewer. Our advisor has projected a high growth rate, 8% average per year, to maintain our lifestyle in retirement. Should we be concerned about running out of money before we die?
Here's what happens is that if you plan on pulling money out of your account at an unrealistic rate, in your early 70s, you could be very surprised and have nothing, not have the resources to be able to do the things that you plan to do. So making realistic projections about what your growth rates are, making realistic choices as how you invest your money is the only thing that can help you preserve your assets going forward. So always plan, project, and see what things look like. You've got to coordinate Social Security, pension, and other retirement income together into a plan.
Okay. I want to retire, but I'm not sure if I have enough money to be happy and support my children and leave them a large gift. Should I just keep working?
There is the question. So you work and work and work until you no longer have any life left. I don't think that's the answer, but many people are on that track. And the reason they're on that track is because they don't see any other choice. There's no alternative. There's nothing else for them to do. If you figure out what makes you happy and work is it, God bless you. If you figure out that there's something else you want to do with your life, let's figure out if you can afford to do that comfortably, whether it's a combination of some part-time work or just better allocation of the money that you have available. But whatever it is, do the things that you want to do, not what somebody else wants you to do.
And spend your kids' inheritance.
Yes. Definitely spend your kids' inheritance. I see the bumper sticker, you know, this is my motorhome. My kids can, you know, go do what they want to do.
Exactly. Okay, now you have some workshops that are coming up, so tell me about those, because they're very important.
So we focus on free public workshops. They're starting up again in the fall. Our first one is going to be tomorrow, but you can check our website for those. But they're on Social Security and retirement planning. A lot of the things we've talked about on the show in the past months will be in the workshops, but they're designed for you to get an idea, to get you started, to change your life from where you're going now to a better life that you could have if that's what you want.
Absolutely. One of the things you've touched on in the past is if you were divorced and you were married over 10 years, you're eligible to take your ex's half of the Social Security. And a lot of people don't know that.
A lot of people don't. And we had a gal come in just last week who had inadvertently made a claim on her own Social Security. She's fortunately within 1 year, so she can pay all of that back. But she didn't realize that she could have claimed a much superior benefit from her ex, who she'd been married to and divorced for 10 years, but had been a long time since she's been married. And she didn't realize that it was better for her to claim his benefit and allow her benefit to grow, but we can help. If you come in, we can give you an idea, because these rules are complicated, and you're not supposed to be an expert in these, but we are. So give our office a call. We'll see if we can put you in a better situation.
Okay, David Swanson of Swanson Financial, 503-603-9900. We'll put that information on our website at k2.com. Thank you, David. Thank you, Butch. Appreciate it.